Hello everyone and welcome to the Wolfszeit channel! Today with a very special topic, always special! How Mortal works best, at least in my opinion. Of course, your opinion can differ, but please let me explain. And yeah, I'm here since a long time, and before I'm telling the whole story, the whole community again, the Mortal Online 2 community is a very small community, but also a very tight one. And that is also its strength, because there are guilds in this game that are there for over a decade, or even a few years, where other games completely fail at that. And Mortal Online 2 is for me about social interaction. It's about playing with others together, experiencing dungeons, experiencing the world, maybe see a group of other adventurers and are like, okay, maybe we can steal their stuff. Maybe they will surrender, maybe not. Let's take the fight, let's take the fight. Okay, let's engage in there. 5 versus 5, okay. And let's see how it goes. This is the adventurer side of playing Mortal Online. And I love that about the game. I love it. I love it. But please let me tell you my story. Please let me tell you the story of how I experienced Mortal Online and how I see Mortal Online and how I see the game and what my view on this is. Because in the whole videos I've done over the years, I've never talked about my gameplay view or my gameplay core view of vision of the game or what I see in this or why I'm here since 16 years. So if I may, here is my story or how I experienced the gameplay. You can see Mortal from a lot of perspectives. You can see it from, hey, I got home from work. I see the guild, my friends, already online, and we had the plan to farm a lot of scales and transport them to Farbenum. It was a Mortal Online 1, but the core gameplay principle is the same. So we as a small group in the guild wanted to farm a lot of plate scales and other scales for the guild in Farbenum because this was our current spot at the time. And then we went down in the jungle, and I went down there with a character that was a red character, and I had a lot of murder counts at that time. But I wanted to go with that character Blue again, and at that time the character had to be online. So I thought, okay, maybe it's a good option to just make a little bit of holiday in the jungle in Mortal Online. Awesome. So on our way from Farbenum to Bakti with my friend Dr. Chaos and my friend Highlooder, we engaged 2 Kotos we saw. They were on horses. We were also on horses, of course. And we had an epic mounted archer battle. And after like 20 seconds into the battle, Highlooder was like, oh, I'm down. And Dr. Chaos and I like, oh shit, we can't lose against the Kotos. No, we can't. It's against our honor. And then Dr. Chaos was like, let's go in on the stone there. And then we went on the stone there because our horses were already dead, and we were like fighting like crazy on that stone. The Chaos with a shield and I with a bow, and he was like, Schwester, shoot him, and I'm like, yeah, I'm shooting, man, I'm eating hits, get the shield there, man. He was really trying to defend against the mounted archer hits, me against the mounted archer hits, and I was trying to hit their horses. Then we had one horse down, and then the guy was engaging with Dr. Chaos, of course, and I was still shooting at the other mounted archer. This went on for a little bit, and I killed the horse. Then I engaged on foot and first helped Dr. Chaos because the other mounted archer was too far away. So I'm running to Dr. Chaos at first. This is what you have to experience in Mortal Online to get some momentum in combat, to know exactly what you're doing, what you're positioning, what are you doing when. You need to learn that. Maybe that's why it's a specialty in German military training. It's like I'm telling my group of people how each one should react in which situation, not like just here on your officer. It's like even when the officer is down, everyone knows what he needs to do. While we were fighting the other one is shooting with arrows at us. Then I went down, and Dr. Chaos was fighting with the Koto guy, and the Koto guy was close of going down. And before he was going down, he was like, I like your food. Dr. Chaos was like, what? Immediately stopped being hostile, and they had a very civil conversation. We were reviving ourselves. We were grabbing our gear. The Koto guys were grabbing their gear. We thanked each other for the great fight, and we've met some friends there on that day. Dr. Chaos was a cook, and he was selling a lot of food in Tindrem, in Farbenum, and sometimes also in Miduli. So we traveled to the desert horse spawn, got some desert horses, went on our way to Bakti, and then we were like, okay, let's go to the jungle camp. In front of Bakti was a little PvP fight, so we, the red players, stand outside. Dr. Chaos was going inside. We brought some equipment, so we saw that there was a red player fighting with one other guy, and we were like, oh, he has a very good weapon, I see. Let's get him. So we fought him, and then the other guy that was a blue player, were completely mind blown that we were red players and we're killing the other red player, and we're like, run, you're next. And then he ran back to town screaming. It was awesome. So we went down to jungle camp. and throughout the jungle, this was our experience because we were running like crazy in that jungle. The Mortal Online 1 jungle was a lot smaller, but you could also get lost there, and it could be dangerous depending on what guilds are playing there. So we always had the feeling like, oh, there could be an ambush, there could be an ambush, there could be an ambush. They knew we were in Bakti, they knew we were in Bakti, they really knew we were in Bakti. The paranoia was kicking in and like, oh, there, I see an NPC. Oh, the jungle camp, awesome. And we felt really relieved that we have all our equipment now in the jungle camp and safe there. And from there, we started our 2-week holiday, and some other guild members also came after that. After we had a great time there, like daily PvP, daily PvE, crafting there, engaging with the people in the jungle camp there, and I like at first like, oh, you're new here, and we were like, yeah. And the guy there was like, yeah, good luck. The guilds here are a little bit hostile, and we were like, we are the hostile ones. They need to fear us. And oh boy, we were wrong. We were so smacked the first few days, and then after the first few days, we thought like, okay, there's a time window where nearly no one is there, and this is the time where we're building a house on an island near the Sator dungeon. Then we can farm better, and then we can also make the Sator dungeon occasionally, collect the plate scales there in our little home, adrenaline rush at the transport to the jungle camp. But when you're playing a long time, like a no life for a very long time in an area like Mortal, like a role player, like you're living there, you're hunting there, you talk with people there, you, I don't know, engage in PvP there, then you know in which time window you can transport stuff and maybe which time window you shouldn't transport stuff. Then I'm fully packed with 5 stacks of plate scales, farmed with a lot of time. From the house to the jungle camp, like, oh god, safe, oh my god. And now to Bakti with 2 of my friends, like, okay, we can do this. And on our way to Bakti, there were like 4 people attacking us. And I mean, just seeing the 4 people in the distance there, and we're like, oh no. And then like the mortal adrenaline kicks in, like, focus. High level chaos, focusing on killing the horses. This guy first. It was highly focused. The brain was on total meltdown. It was adrenaline high end. And we were able to take out 1 horse. Then we were able to ride away a little bit to get momentum to engage in a 3 versus 3. Adrenaline pumping. I got dismounted. I got smacked down off my horse. My character is standing up. There's 1 guy in front of me with his mounted combat weapon. I parry that, and I felt it. I felt the mortal moment. I felt like I'm the action hero of a movie. Like this is so random. This encounter is so random. He's just attacking me. I fall down the horse. I'm like, okay, let's go up. Okay. Oh no. He's charging at me, and I'm like, okay, I get the parry. Oh god. The moment like, oh, our panzer scales, shit, our scales, our whole 2 weeks, shit. My brain is like, focus. So we were near the river. Still everyone is fighting. The 4th guy is in the distance, but he will still be soon here. So High Loader got 1 down, but I was also close to going down, and we weren't mounted anymore. The other 2 are, and we got them low. We got their horses low. Then they were retreating a little bit to heal their horses with potions, and then we were hunting them a little bit, because with 3 archers it's good against mountains, of course. Then we were focusing on getting at least 1 of them down. This was successful, and the other 2 were not really fighting. They were kiting all the time. And after a few minutes we realized that, and we're like, oh shit, they are kiting us. They maybe getting more support soon. So we were like, okay, let's grab our stuff, our items. We are not far away from Bakti. We can do that. And oh boy, that was a half an hour of adrenaline, because I couldn't also enter Bakti because I was a red player, so I couldn't enter towns. And the whole situation was so pumped with adrenaline, with chaotic calls, with good feelings, with bad feelings. It was a roller coaster. And always the tension is like, oh, when someone else comes here, oh shit, when someone sees us, oh fuck, what are we doing when another group comes? What are we doing if support comes? And stuff like that. And this is the randomness of Mortal. It's the randomness of Mortal, and it's so good. Adrenaline, tension, hope that everything will be alright. For example, our later transport then from Bakti to Farbonum. The tension was high. The tension was very high. Already adrenaline doing the whole transport. Like, no, we don't want to lose these scales. We really don't want to lose these scales. So we were so happy when we finally arrived in Farbonum. Oh man. And this is the beauty of it. This is the beauty of adventure. This is the beauty of of camaraderie. This is the beauty of social interaction in an online game, in an online sandbox PvP game. And I personally think Mortal can be played in a lot of ways. It can be played in a very efficient way, like, oh yeah, we are just going this dungeon forever, the whole year or whatever stuff, or we are just grinding this because it makes the most experience. Yeah, sometimes in the old times, how I play Mortal, how I still play Mortal Online 2 is like, hey, I want to go to farm this, I want to, I don't know, maybe I want to farm some guard fur, then I need to farm some brown bears and stuff. Hey, do you want to come with farming some brown bears? Making a chilling evening, I don't know, whatever stuff. And maybe when we see an enemy guild, we can also engage in PvP in there. You can also play Mortal like for a few hours, like hardcore sweating in a dungeon or grinding for some gear or for some rare materials and stuff. This also works very, very good, especially in this game. But what works best in Mortal Online 2 is, in my personal opinion, just searching an adventure. Just searching a friend. Or if you don't have a friend in the game yet, when you are a new player or whatever, you will find someone. There are a lot of people in the guild, also lead and high ranked officers, that we just randomly found somewhere. I know it sounds silly, but even some of our high ranked officers were just people that we just randomly met at just walking nearby and are like talking to each other and like, oh, with the accent, oh, you are also German, oh, you're German. And this is the randomness, and this is the beauty of Mortal. It works best when you're searching for an adventure. You find a friend, and then you're having so much to do in this game. You can do so much in this game. And I personally think we're all telling a story. We're all telling a story of ourselves in Mortal Online. And this is the thing, because we have people in this game, in this community, since a long time, that are well known for their crafting skills, for their knowledge, for their kindness, for whatever. And I think this is great, because this game is very close to reality, because it's just you leaving the city, and then you're having nearly no rules. The thing is, with the current murder count reputation system I've talked earlier in the last videos, it's like, for me personally, Mortal works best when danger is present. Mortal works best when everywhere, everything is in danger. In towns there should be some kind of safety. Maybe also some room for very casual gameplay, because a lot of people are asking for a PvE server since a long time and stuff like that. I'm not saying we need a PvE server. God damn. God no. Mortal is already very casual. The thing is that the most casual mind, they can't comprehend, because after a few hours of playing the game, you know that even when you die, you don't lose so much. A lot of times when you're not transporting something like a lot of blade scales to Farbenum from the jungle camp and like sweating like hell. What I wanted to say is there should be a lot of danger, and this is why the reputation system, in my personal opinion, maybe needs a little bit of change. There needs to be room for PvP engagement in dungeons. There needs to be PvP engagement outside of dungeons. Everywhere on the map there needs to be PvP engagements. And just pushing or penaltying the murderers doesn't protect new players, because a lot have said that the penalty is a little bit too hard on some sides, because when you're fighting, for example, you're defending yourself versus another big group, and the enemy is going down, and you're now getting murder counts for just defending yourself, but the other group was engaging your group, and you need to engage back because it's a group fight, and you know what I mean. I know it's very hard to say, and it's just my personal opinion, but I think there should be room in Mortal for not having any kind of murder count or any kind of penalty for PvP. There could be lawless zones in dungeons. There could also be lawless zones completely outside of towns, for example. There could be like, hey, it's only a lawful kill when a guard is nearby at that distance. But outside, it's danger. It's danger. And I think Mortal works best when it works like that. When it works with danger, with adrenaline, and when the stakes are high. And I know that not many people on this planet are willing to playing a game for enjoyment, for whatever stuff, for that purpose. But this is what makes it so unique. You could also say, why are people playing on an every Monday Rust wipe server. Some of my friends in the guild are also doing that. And yes, we are playing on the hardcore sweaty server where the hardcore PvP sweaters are. And sometimes we are so bored that we are even building these bases because the game is not hard enough for us because we are playing Mortal Online 2. Mortal Online 2 is very hard from the viewpoint of a lot of people. In fact, it's not. It's not. It has so much room for just casually playing an evening, just having an adventure. It could be a very small adventure. Like you just wanted to go to tame some horses. Then there's a scout of a big guild and he's like, "Hey man, what are you doing here?" And I was like, just taming some horses and selling them in Tindrem. And he was like, "Here you can also have some dial, then you can feed the horses easier, then you don't have to grab some stuff." And then like, "Oh yeah, thanks, awesome, great. I'm already glad that he didn't attack me." And like, okay, I guess I'm safe. I'm just taming the horse and stuff. And he was just standing there and watching. And I was like, "Hey man," and he was like, "Hey," and he was just staring at me. And then suddenly he just started to attacking me, and I went down. And I've never knew why, how, or what. And this is what creates the adrenaline, the kick, the Mortal Online feeling when you then, after such encounters, you will have such encounters a lot of times in Mortal Online 2. Also a lot fun, a lot more funny ones and stuff. But these encounters are also necessary to create the feeling, the danger that is in this world, and to create the Mortal Online feeling, the Mortal Online 2 feeling. This, at least from my perspective, because let me tell you another story. I'm very sorry, this video will be very long, I'm very sorry. Mortal Online 2, I also had a lot of adrenaline in the first place. I've also now have a lot of adrenaline when it comes to group fights and stuff with the guild and stuff, because I don't want to blame myself and my guild and whatever stuff, and the stakes are high. And then I'm getting adrenaline because maybe some veterans here can relate to that. So in Mortal Online 2, I farmed a lot of stuff in the jungle. So and I wanted to transport that to Tindrem, and I wanted to do that solo because I want to have that mortal feeling again that I had in the past a lot. So I grabbed my horse. It was level 4 or something, a jungle horse, a half broken bow, and some stuff I don't even remember. But I started in a jungle camp like, okay, I have a little bit of adrenaline. Like, okay, this I have farmed this stuff for a long time, and I want to transport that to Tindrem for a video. When this transport fails, I need to do that again. The video schedule stuff. It's Thursday, I need to work tomorrow. Shit, whatever stuff. Okay, so now I need to go from the jungle camp, and I'm like, yeah, no pressure. And I had a little bit of adrenaline when I left the jungle camp, then nothing. And then when I came close to Bakti, because the story I have told earlier, it's like I came close to Bakti, and I'm like, I'm remembering that fight. I'm remembering a lot of fights I had near Bakti, or near exactly that spot. Sure, it's the second game, but I remember that. And I had the feeling, I had such a, I can't even describe that. A form of nostalgia, a total adrenaline rush I've not felt in a long time. Because at that point I realized, like, hey, I'm risking here a lot of materials and stuff and time for like, okay, for like just for the lols of it. And I was laughing a little bit at myself. And I was just transporting there, laughing a little bit, and I'm like, I'm feeling so great, I don't know why. And yeah, then I was past Bakti, and I was so happy. I was so happy that I was past Bakti. And I was so happy when I arrived in Tindrem. But what I wanted to say here is, you can play Mortal in so many different ways, and I wish every one of you a lot of fun exploring the world, playing the game however you want. But I can only say to you, just have fun. Just have fun, play the game. And when you're grinding something on the side, or you're getting something out of there, yeah, it's good. But just plan your days like an evening, like an adventure, like whatever you want, and just have fun. And write history. Create memories with your friends that you will never forget. Dr. Chaos has now 3 kids. He has now 3 kids. Times changed. But every time when I'm talking to that man, I still remember sometimes a lot of years in the past. Sometimes the days we were there like in like 4 a.m. on a siege, like, hey man, we really need that manganol. Shit, we really need that. Shit. Like with 7 energy drinks or something like, oh shit, I really need to go to bed. I haven't slept like 24 hours. Well, Dr. Chaos, I can't. And then he also like, yeah, Spencer, we need that. We need that keep. We need that. Yeah, okay. In a few hours I need to go to work. Then I was going to work, and I was coming home from work totally totally sleep deprived, whatever, like, okay, oh, you're still fighting, okay, I'm coming online, yeah, let's go, we can do that. And tell the gutter snipe to shut up, it's now our territory. So what I wanted to say is, you can play Mortal like a sane person, you can play Mortal like an insane person, but just have fun in the game. Just enjoy the game how it is, and I wish you a lot of fun doing that. I have so many great memories about the game, and I wish you that you can create your own, and that you can have fun, and maybe you find new friends, maybe you find a lot of friends. And I really hope that the Mortal Kombat 2 experience you have will be a good one. I've never seen such a masterpiece ever. It has flaws, it has edges, it has problems, but in the core, it's great. It's just great, because it's a social game. It's a very social game. Compared to many other games out there, you have to be social, you have to interact with other humans a lot more in Mortal Kombat 2 than you need in many other games, and this is the core beauty of this game. So thank you a lot for watching. Please share this video, would be so nice, would help this channel. I'm so glad that you guys support me, that I can tell these stories to all of you. Thank you a lot, and also thank you a lot, supporters. Carmel, Ronus, Ian, Skiba, Taurus, Diesel, Mr. Minerva, Mip, you, and all the others, of course. So I wish you a lot of fun in Mortal. Have fun, party hard, and see you all next time. Goodbye.